So there's no way for us can't scale to tens of million players in, let's say, a year. So there's a huge potential out there that we can utilize. And because we are pushing this really hard to the market, that we believe that we will tap into that market quickly.
Hey there. If you're new here, I'm the Metaverse Explorer, and I provide you with the most up-to-date Solana-specific content and alpha to increase the size of your portfolio. All totally free. All you gotta do is click that little bell and that little icon. I get my sources from 3 different places. The Grape Solana Discord channel, join us, have a chat to me. The Solana Grapevine, a daily newsletter providing the best source of information regarding new protocols, rewards. It's a group of passionate people that carefully curate new announcements, new projects to discover, and actionable intel for you to experience yourself. You can get the link to this down below. And of course, the Solana Foundation and the ecosystem. Let's get to this episode. Hello everyone again, this is the Metaverse Explorer and we're back with another AMA with StepN. We have Yawn 85 and Jerry 1024 in the Discord at the moment. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching later on the left hand side of the screen, we do have the Discord chat at the moment with the team from StepN. On the right hand side you can see the StepN website, you can see their Discord, and you can see their Twitter, and they've got about 15.5k followers at the moment. They also have a StepN Solana Ignition submission in which they won the 4th place in the in the gaming track, I think it was. Yeah, that's right, the gaming track. So I guess we'll start the AMA. If you have any questions, please do post it in the live question section. We do have some questions before in the StepN AMA thread just above it. But I guess for now, we'll just get you guys to give us a brief introduction to yourselves, please. Yawn, Jerry, how are you guys going?
Yeah, very good, thank you. We actually started the project about 3 months ago, and we wanted to build the first move-to-earn NFT game on the mobile devices. And also, we're wanting to do 2 things mainly. One is we want to introduce the general public to the Web3 world through getting the non-crypto runners into the crypto. And the second thing is we wanted to use the game profit, have the governance in place to have people vote to distribution of the game profit to offset carbon.
Okay, so you've mentioned quite a few things there that we'll probably touch on in the entire AMA. Can you tell us about yourself first, though, about Yawn and Jerry? Where are you guys from? How did you get into crypto in general?
Yeah, so me and Jerry are neighbors. We were based in Adelaide. So Jerry moved to Sydney about 3 months ago. So I am a crypto background. So I started investing in crypto back in 2017, and then roughly Jerry moved to my street about 3 years ago, and Jerry was in the game developing industry. He's a game producer, and we have parties a lot actually, and we often chat about blockchains and cryptos in general. But one day we'll actually talk about X Infinity in this August, and then we think, Jerry's in games, I'm in crypto, and we think we should just do something together. And then we find the move to earn is actually a very new track that's going to pick up very soon. So we say, right, this is a great idea. So we merge our 2 businesses together, and then we start this project.
Right, awesome. So 2 neighbors got together and starting a crypto protocol out of scratch. That's pretty cool. Jerry, how did you get into crypto, and how did you get to be his neighbor?
My background is quite simple. I started my game company in 2008, and I made about 10 different games in China, and we published a game China, East Asian. Then I sold the company in 2013. Then I moved to Australia. We have a tech team, and always try different products and different things. Crypto is quite crazy in the past 10 years. So we definitely try a lot in crypto industry. And yeah, that's all about me. Quite simple.
Yeah, awesome. Simple is usually best, isn't it? Awesome. Thank you very much for telling us about yourselves and a bit about your history as well. I guess we'll move the conversation towards StepN. And so first off, I guess StepN is by Find Satoshi Labs. Is Find Satoshi your parent company?
Yeah, we merged. I got a crypto fund in Australia called Crypto SA, and Jerry has his tech team based in China. And basically, we pull everything together. We create this Find Satoshi Lab.
Awesome. And so you guys got together and you created StepN. Can you give us you did say before, but can you give us another brief overview of what StepN is and what the move to earn kind of movement is?
Yeah, so StepN is a mobile game. Basically, we're utilizing a NFT sneakers that people have to wear a NFT sneaker in order to earn tokens. So we do have a dual token system where we have the game token, which basically you will need a game token to level up sneakers, to buy gems, to do Zoom minting, a lot of stuff. And also we have a governance token where the governance token will be more used for the high end, like renaming the sneaker, high end upgrade or leveling. And also the governance token will be used for governance, basically to participate of deciding the game profit. So with that dual token system, basically we can control more of the inflation and deflation of the token separately. Yeah, so basically it is designed to not only targeting to the crypto native people, but we have built a rental system in place that even non-crypto player, they don't need to know anything about blockchain. They don't need to know anything to do with buying game asset. They can run the sneaker and run or walk. As long as they move, right, they can earn tokens. And then the token earning will be split between the sneaker owner and then the renter.
Okay. So like, again, there's so many things we can go into here. So you mentioned the tokens first. Let's talk about the tokens first before I think we go on to the renting features and the actual mechanics of the game and the monetary system. So you've got two tokens, the GST and the GMT. So taking your what you said before about Axie Infinity, so GST is similar to SLP, which is the in-game currency, and it's got an infinite supply. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And then you have your governance token, which is GMT, and via token sales and in-game play. Do you have any token sales coming up at the moment, or do you have any for vesting with VCs at the moment?
We do have. We finished our seed round. We are still pending on the announcement, and we actually started our the seed plus round as of yesterday, and yeah. So all I can say is the investors are all pretty top tier, and we purposely to keep the valuation very small, so that there's less burden on our back. That yeah, so with a low valuation, we sell little, and then we put 50% either for move to earn or to the ecosystem.
Awesome.
So we are planning to we are working to have a IEO on a major platform, which also again I'm in discussion with exchanges, so I can't tell the names.
No problem. No problem.
But we are aiming for IEO down the track with 2% of the token, and yeah. So if IEO doesn't work, we'll go with listing plus IDO.
Awesome.
And it will happen in the very near future.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for telling us about that. So that's a bit about the two tokens themselves, and then not available to the retail person at the moment. So let's go ahead and talk about the actual application and the sneakers and running and all of that. So can you tell us about the basic loop that someone who's downloaded this app is going to go through? So they'll either start by renting a sneaker or they'll buy a sneaker. Mm-hmm. Is that correct?
That's correct. So we are targeting to two different groups. So for the crypto native people, right? So they will start by having a sneaker ready, right? So and then they will move. Either they run or they walk, depending on the nature of the sneaker. They make some game tokens, and they need to acquire another pair of the sneaker, either through the marketplace or through the next sneaker sales. And then they can start to make new sneakers by burning the game token. So once they have new sneakers, they can put on the market either to sell it or to rent it. To lease it. And so that's for the non-crypto player to come in, basically to rent from the existing sneaker owners. Because what we find is there are about 400 million people using a running app. So there's a huge market there.
Definitely.
And this market, for one, they already running. So there's no burden for them to, start run, or there's no burden for them. They just need to download the game and then they can start earning. Yeah, exactly. So, and also it's quite easy for them because they're already using a running app of some sort. So we design the game almost like half like a running app, half like a game. So purposely we want to tap into that market because X only have X only have like 1 million monthly active users. And we're looking at the free earning app market, right? Like, for example, StepN, right? Or other similar product. StepN have like 50 million users.
Yeah.
And they did it in 3 years. And they don't have a tokenomics system. They don't have a gamification. They don't have an NFT. So there's no way for us can scale to tens of a million players in, let's say, a year. So there's a huge potential out there that we can utilize. And because we are pushing this really hard to the market, that we believe that we will tap into that market quickly.
I would definitely agree that you have a giant kind of audience base to market this product to. There's so many runners out there, so many people that just go for walks, hikes, go on bicycle rides. You're tapping into every one of them, which I haven't really seen a crypto kind of project tap into this user base that much before. And of course that makes me a bit bullish on it. So we talked about the person having this sneaker, and then they're able to walk, run, and then get some tokens for it. How does this happen on chain? This is, of course, is it an SPL token? Is it off chain?
Yeah, it's an SPL token. So we actually create a vault system. So basically everything happen in the game will be stored in the vault, which is off chain, and then when the asset in the vault transfer to the decentralized wallet we built, then everything become on chain.
Yeah, that's another question I was going to ask as well. So you have a few other facets in the entire ecosystem. So you have your own wallet. You're not using like a Phantom wallet or a Solid wallet. What other? Can you talk to us about the inbuilt wallet you guys have, and also any other facets of the entire ecosystem that you guys have in-house?
Yeah. So because this is a mobile game, we cannot, like any other GameFi, we tap into like a Phantom wallet. It doesn't work like that way. So we have to build a built-in wallet, and plus we have to utilizing a lot of functions for players that they can pretty much convert anything within that wallet to offer that type of conveniency. So we have built a multi-chain, so we can support the Bitcoin, we can support the Ethereum, we can support Solana, and we basically are also building the possibility to support BSC in the future. And also we also building a swap system inside. So basically, player can start by swapping their GSC into the GMT in the beginning, and then they can start swapping from say GSC to USDT or GMT to USDT.
Wow! So you also have a swapping feature in the inbuilt wallet you have. Do you have a liquidity pool service in there as well?
We basically will tap into like other providers for the liquidity, and also we will start to provide liquidity. And there are discussions internally about if we're gonna do a staking, like to provide liquidity. So we reward them tokens. So yeah, and also we have built
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay.
We also not only have. Oh, sorry. We also have the cross-chain convert system, and our slogan is stepping and earn Bitcoin. How to earn Bitcoin? Because you can earn the game token first, and you can use our cross-chain feature to convert your game token to the Bitcoin or Solana, SOL, or even Ethereum. So we have not only swapping but also convert system, cross-chain system. Yeah.
And did you guys build this cross-chain system yourself, or are you using like Wormhole or Allbridge? How is it bridging over, or are you talking about buying a wrapped BTC on Solana, an SBL token, or is it actually going to go to the blockchain?
Oh yes. We use our own cross-chain system for the NFT swap, and we use third-party cross-chain system for the Solana, Ethereum, and our game token. Yeah.
Right, awesome. I didn't know you guys had your own bridge. That's awesome, like a private bridge you guys have built.
Yeah, we have to do that.
Private bridge plus third party. We use both.
Oh, right. Okay. So, can you tell us a bit more about where the monetary value circles around this system? So, of course, someone who has their NFT can rent it out, and then someone can rent this NFT and start running with it and earn some tokens, and then they'll transfer it to either BTC, ETH, or they keep playing in the ecosystem. Where do you guys come in? Where do you guys, sorry to be crude, but where do you kind of extract your value to keep this system running?
So there's two steps I want to talk about. So one is the entire game is built on have a small number of people spending, right? So it's just like any games that a small percentage of the player will pretty much spend the majority of the money, like 80-20 rules. So these people will spend, they will need to buy a lot of game token off the market. So either to level up their sneakers or level up their gems. So unlike Axie Infinity, which we see they have consistent production or minting of their game token, but they don't have a consistent consumption of that game token. So we can see the price just keep going down. So we created a lot of gold sync within our game so that we offer that type of almost like a service to accommodate the big spenders, basically. So they basically pays almost to everyone because the non-crypto player will be selling their game token to these big players so that they can burn their token. They can have like the high quality sneaker, they want to have the rare sneakers. So to chase that status. So the entire ecosystem will be built for everybody selling their game token to a handful of big spenders, and like any games, and then they will attract more people come in. So imagine that we have a base. Let's say we have a base of 10,000 people. We probably have a couple big spenders, but you have 100,000 people, then a million and 10 million. So as the base grows bigger, the percentage of the big spender also grows, and that will also create a network effect. We all know that the reason that Bitcoin achieving what it is today is because of the network effect.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and
it is also permanent on the Web3. So once we can create that the network effect, we can actually starting to see the price of the game token become a premium price. The price will keep go up because we have more people. They're never going to be enough. And also we have designed the game in a way that you cannot just have one pair of sneakers. You're going to have more. You're going to have like 20 in order to earn more tokens, right? So more efficiently.
And each of those sneakers will have its own gold sync of having to put your little gems in.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and yeah, go ahead.
So my main question was that where do you guys get the value? Do you have like a percentage of the market fees from the swap function, or like the bridging tax? Where do you guys get like your revenue from, apart from your team tokens that you already have?
We didn't think about that much. We are pretty happy with the team token reserve we have, and I think the purpose, one, is to convert people into the Web3, and two, the game profit, we want to have the portion of them goes to the carbon offsetting. So portion of the profit will go to the governance, the token holders of their voting. Let's say they vote to have 40% dividend paid to the token holder and 60% donate to carbon offsetting. That's okay. So as a governance holder ourselves, we also receive a bit of the dividend from the game. Like a small fraction of them, and the game will make the game profit through taxing. So we have 3 tiers of tax. We tax on the trading, which is 4%. We tax on the minting, which is 6%, and we tax on the rental, which is 8%.
Sorry, how much was the rental? 8%?
8%.
Okay. So you do have kind of a few taxes in there to keep the revenue coming in. Awesome.
Yeah, because go ahead.
So and where this goes to you guys, obviously, does it go into like a DAO kind of formation, or does it go to you guys as the team, and you guys get to decide where you spend this tax money?
No. The tax money goes to a profit pool where the governance token holder will vote the distribution of this profit pool. So the profit doesn't go to us.
Yep.
We're probably going to deduct like a fraction of them just for like daily expenditures, like small portion of them. And the whole point is basically have a DAO structure where people can vote to decide the distribution of the game profit.
Right. Okay.
Because we also hold game token, so we also hold the governance token, which we also can receive a portion of that game profit. So we're happy with that.
Yeah, sure. Awesome. Makes sense. You did mention something there that I wanted to touch on just briefly. So you talked about the carbon offsetting. Can you talk to us about the process as to how this actually happens, and how does the NFT running in someone's pocket, how does that translate to helping to offset carbon? What's the process?
Okay, the whole process is people get rewarded more governance token if they decide to vote have majority of the game profit goes to the carbon offsetting, and they'll be punished. Let's say their stake token will be burned a little bit if they decide to take the majority of the game profit as dividend to themselves. So in that way, we're actually promoting people to do more donations, and in that way, we can actually lock more governance token, reduce liquidity, drive out the price, all this. And as a matter of how the game offset the carbons, we actually work with another startup called Nori. So they are now offer the sandbox to offset the entire carbon they produced through operating that game. So what they did is they will buy the carbon from like farmers that will go through like very thorough auditing of they actually offsetting the carbon. So what they do is called carbon removal. So they will remove that carbon like 1 ton per certificate, and then they will mint that certificate on the blockchain, become NFT, and then they will basically, when they sell the NFT, they pretty much destroy it. So we will buy it on the blockchain. There will be the traceability, will be the transparencies of we buy this carbon removal credit, which is NFT. Then basically once we bought it, it's locked, and it means that it's burned.
Yeah, and you can prove that they've been able to carbon offset for you on chain, which is pretty cool.
Exactly.
Is this the same Nori that I've linked in chat here? And I didn't know, just in live questions, just above the public stage there. All good anyway. Okay, so let's just take a small break and have a look at some of the questions that people have asked you about. And I've got pictures from Barndog as well about some of his sneakers, and maybe we can talk about some of the mechanics as well later. But perhaps we can answer some questions as well. So one of the major questions was, is it open source? What's actually running in the background and tracking? What is it tracking? And does it zap all your battery? What are the consumptions like at the moment?
It's not much. We actually on the 11 version of beta testing, and I run quite a bit with the app. It doesn't put much of burden on our phone, on my phone. So yeah,
cool. And
to have, we actually install quite a lot of anti-cheating mechanics in the game. We're doing that step by step. So again, we need to tap into people's health data and motion sensors, and also GPS.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because a lot of people, you can run 2 of these applications at the same time. You can do a split screen or something.
Exactly.
So what you've done, you've just finished your beta test. Is that right?
No,
It's
yeah,
not
still
finishing.
ongoing.
We are still ongoing. Yeah.
Ah, you're still ongoing. Okay. Can you talk to us about some of the issues that you might have found, some of the bugs, or some of like if you found any people cheating, what are they doing, and how you guys are trying to rectify those the cheating people?
Yes, we actually have a bug catcher incentive for people that if you can catch a bug for us, we'll provide them like sneakers, NFT sneakers, things like that. One thing that we find quite bugging us, but we fixed that, is the GPS drifting. The GPS, and we find the same issue in Strava, and Strava didn't fix it because really nobody monetizing out of Strava's drifting. But if we put the phone idle, sometimes the GPS will drift around, and then it will actually count you actually run or walked for that drift distance. And then we fix that. So that's one issues we had for a while. And also the other one basically will be more of a number modelings on how much we reward people, and also actually a lot of things to do with GPS. To have a precise GPS location is very important.
Yeah, because that's what's underpinning the entire like movement of it.
Yeah.
That's how people earn. So if that's off, then a lot of other factors will be off as well, I think.
Yes.
So we have another question for Saditya. It's a long one. So how are you guys thinking about the race for distribution versus innovation? There's a lot of big players in the running space, as you made an example, Strava. They'll probably at some point, get into NFTs themselves or get into, play to earn, move to earn kind of thing. Are you guys, what is your point of view on this? Are you looking to like partner up with another larger established company, or are you looking for someone to come into your ecosystem?
I think this is the thing. I think we've seen this all over again. Like let's say in the 1920s and then in 2000. So what happened is that when we are transiting from like the previous paradigm to the new paradigm, there are new companies going to pop out. They're not going to be the old one, right? So take an example is let's say go back to say 100 years ago. The biggest industry is candle making and railways, and now they are non-existent. They're dead. And then again, we talk about when the car was invented, right? So the horse carriers, they're better, faster, but they're all pretty much gone. So when we talk about a Web3 native project or Web3, when people actually going to that and migrating to the Web3, we're going to have a crypto native, Web3 native, original startups, and that's going to have the grassroots effect in that community. Not going to be the previous dominated player. So to my belief, even Nike, they want to get to the Web3, I don't think they're going to success. To extent, there are going to be new players come in, and they're going to at a certain degree take Nike's market position in the metaverse. So, and also another thing is because I have started a couple business before I do cryptos, I'm still running those business. So one thing I find is when people pivot halfway through, they always retain a certain rate of their previous business. So in the business term, what we call this is the core rigidity. So when what used to be your core competitiveness, will in the new environment become your core rigidity, meaning that you will be rigid and you'll be unable to change. And I would imagine if it is, let's say, even Strava or even any big companies, if they want to turn around 180 degree to a new direction, it's very hard. They will have a lot of internal resistance, especially from the middle tier management team.
Yeah, I would equate the same thing in another analogy that I use often when I try to explain something. It's like, a big cruise ship versus a small boat. Cruise ship is good, it's been going so long, but it takes a long time to turn around and do a 360. Whereas a small, dinghy, a fishing boat, can do a 360 very, very easily. I think that's the way I think about it.
Yeah. So we're not worried.
Yeah. So let's look at well, before we go to any more questions in the chat here. So we've just got a sneaker of Barn Dog, and this sneaker is number 1553600H1. Can you talk to us about what we're seeing? This is inside the app at the moment. He's been running for a while. He's a level 9. Can you tell us what else kind of we're looking at on this screen?
Still trying to figure out where do I see the screen.
Yeah, I'll tag you here so you can see. Can you
Still can't. I'm still in that.
can you see? Can you see
AMA?
Okay, sure. I'll just, yeah, it's in the AMA as well if you can see it.
Can't say, but I would just look at my phone's interface. So because this is an NFT, so we will have all the serious numbers for the almost like address for the or like special IDs of that sneaker.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at the main page of a sneaker, you will see there's 4 logs around that sneaker, which is a socket. Are we looking at the same page?
Yeah, we are. So we're looking at the sockets.
Okay. It's a socket, so basically you have to insert like gems into that socket, and so each socket will have different qualities. So with a high quality socket, it actually can boost the gems by 10, 30, and 90%. So because when we design our attribute, it will not be a linear design. It actually will be an exponential growth. And between this exponential growth, we'll have cliffs. So meaning that if you want to have like a really high performed sneaker, you really need to have like a high quality sneaker for one, and then you're gonna have like high quality gems, and then insert into high quality sockets. So that become the 3 top money goal things for player. Because whenever they deal a sneaker full mint, they will have a random number attribute. So that random number attribute is bound by their quality interval, but it's not necessarily they're going to be very good in their numbers. Let's say your high level, low quality sneaker will still perform better than the higher quality but low attribute sneaker. So, and then we'll see the jogger role, which is meaning that you see the jogger, for example, you have to run between the speed or between 5 to 9 kilometers per hour, and the walker is slower and run is faster.
Yep.
And the common basically is the quality. So we have the common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. So that's the 5 qualities of the sneaker. So basically we have the level, so you have to burn the game token in order to level up. And we have the durability, which, because this is where we need to have you mint the game token consistently, but you also have a reduced durability, which you have to pay to repair it.
So is that just like the
you will
StepN?
find the use case. Yeah, it is, yes. And then we see the breed basically is just how many tools you can mint out of this vintage sneaker.
And I see it's seven mints. Are you going to be following the same method as Axie, where each mint is progressively more expensive?
Yeah, when it works, we don't change it. So I think it's also easier for people to understand. With Axie, pretty much paved the road. So it's 7. That's it.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, and then the attributes.
Yeah, so the attributes. So we have 4 attributes. The efficiency, meaning almost like a hash power. So the higher efficiency, the more token will mine, almost like per steps.
Yep.
And the luck is the percentage that you will receive a random mystery box. And if you unlock the mystery box, you will receive like GMT, GST, or gems. It's like a little loot box. And this is where the game become more strategic, because only the sticker owner will receive this loot box, not the runner. So let's say if you want to lease your sneaker out, you want to have a sneaker with pretty high luck, so you will receiving randomly loot box in your main page. So that means you will receive not only the split between the GST that runner produced for each run section, you will also receive an extra loot box once a while.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yes. So that also will encourage people to own a pair of sneakers themselves, because they are missing that loot.
Yeah, like
And
you reward both players. Yeah.
Yes, and the comfortability is another strategic point. So we designed comfortability to have two effects. So between the sneaker level 1 to level 20, you will receive like a little buffs, like little perks. When you run, you receive like 0.1 extra token, or you receive like a little bit extra energy, here and there. But the game really start to kick in when you reach level over 20 of your sneaker. You're starting to receive like a long buffs. The long buff sometimes lasts between 24 hours to 72 hours. And the long buff can cover a whole spectrum of things that outside the running mode. Like for example, when you do the shoe mint, you say you may receive a buff says your cost will reduce by 20%. And the other strategic way of...
Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, that's a very good buff.
And the more strategic play is, if you get a buff, say your marathon will have for example, some perks. Let's say you produce more points when you're doing the online marathon. You can keep this buff and then do your online marathon and then have a better result than anybody else. Because you can only receive one long buff. If you go out for another run, you got a new one, your previous buff will be replaced.
Yeah, I can
you
see
maybe
people,
want to get,
I can see people kind of like stacking it and trying to get the most out of it and doing it at the right time.
Yeah, because we also have an online marathon, which basically people competing each other on the leaderboard. So it will depends on how fast you run, but also it will also depends on your sneakers quality, but which will come down to that later. And the resilience is another more of a strategic thing. So all of the if you read the resilience attribute, so you will say, okay, we have a high resilience, your durability will reduce slower, you spend less on repair. It seems to be like just a normal sort of a stats. But the real catch here is if you really want to participate like the online marathon for 21 or 42 kilometers, then you have to really worry about your durability or resilience, because if you run that long distance, your durability will drop below 50% or drop below 20%.
Yeah. Because
with our game setting, when your durability will drop below 50, your efficiency will get affected. Your efficiency will start dropping.
Yep.
When your durability reach say 20%, you almost have no efficiency left. So meaning that you are not generating your marathon point. Which means you probably
that's just to prolong the entire like experience, yeah, because you don't want someone just going all the time, because then their efficiency is always high. They'll just keep minting the token. You need to spread it out a little bit more over a longer period of time.
Yeah, so we're trying to design a game that there's no bad sneakers. You just the sneaker doesn't fit you. So you want to create your sneaker that fit personally to your fitness level, or to suit what you want to achieve in the game or in your lifestyle. So either you want to be leasing out a lot of sneakers, you're going to pick the luck. If you want to run professionally, to compete, to win like the big prize of online marathon, you probably want to stack on the resilience. Or if you just want to have a pair of sneakers, run yourself, don't worry about much, and then you probably just want to stack on efficiency. And the comfortability will be affecting all other three. Depends on what buff you get and what buff you keep.
Yep. I can totally see myself just running, like I need just high efficiency and low durability, so I can just run for like 5 minutes and then I'm done.
Yeah. And we also have a background mode that it will be on top of what you earn on the solo mode, which you will earn about 10%. Every day you run, even in the background, you will make some token. Not a lot, but some token.
Yeah. Awesome. And we also have a few other pictures here. We have the cash box, which is just looks like the exchange. Sorry, what's the cash box? Is it an exchange? Sorry, it's where you just store your gems.
Box. Yeah. Cash box is actually the vault system we built. We currently call it cash box, but we're going to rename it. So it is an off-chain asset storage area. So if you want to move the asset across to another wallet, you're gonna withdraw from the cash box to the decentralized wallet. and then you transfer to say Binance or Huobi or other exchanges, for example.
Right, but these are gems used in the game. Are they going to be available outside? I thought it was just the 2 tokens that had a bridge, or these other gems have the tokens outside.
Yeah, the gem is also NFT.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
so technically you could just take it out of the game and go and sell it on an open market somewhere else.
Exactly. So we have the achievement system, and that's another pathway to success for non-crypto players. Let's say if you're really, really good at running and you run 10,000 kilometers using our game, and we're going to reward you with a special NFT badge, rewarding that you run 10,000 kilometers. And this NFT badge will actually come with some in-game perks. For example, you can earn extra 5% every day. And then there will be people look for this, and they will pay good price for this sort of special badge, because nobody can run like 10,000 kilometers that easily. So this is the badges NFT, the gems NFT, the sneakers NFT. So after we create an NFT market for the sneaker, people naturally are looking for other things can boost their productivities. And then that's gems and NFT badges, which they can only create that by participating in the game. Let's say achieve like very hard to achieve achievement.
I just worry that since like people can remove these NFTs from your current system and take them out to somewhere else, to another open market, doesn't that completely avoid a lot of the taxes that you guys have on?
It will, but again, still, I believe that people for that type of convenience, they still want to trade, because really, you're playing the game. Are you going to transfer that out, let's say, to a third party and then sell it? I think still the major market still be within the game.
Yeah. Okay.
For the convenience, basically. And
for convenience. Yeah.
So the people, yeah.
People love convenience. It's just people are lazy, I think.
And we can't stop people to transfer it, but majority of trades still gonna happen in the game.
Yeah, fair point. And then one of the last pictures we have here is he's reached level 10. He's got some chess slots, and there's a setting of a goal kind of thing. And can you tell us what the setting of the goal is? It's just basically what you want to achieve, I guess. Yeah,
the goal is for one is you set a target for yourself, and then you run for that goal. That's one. But the goal is also used for when you are competing with online marathon. So with online marathon, you will have, once you register within the game by paying some fees, you will receive a quiz. The quiz will tell you, say you register, for example, the 2-kilometer online marathon, and you need to finish that, let's say, within the 7 days. And then you will set a goal for 2 kilometers. Make sure that you finish it. You don't want to run 1.99 kilometers and then stop, and then so that for that purposes.
Yeah, that's such a waste if you go 1.99 instead of 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So set a goal is for players that can track their progress with online marathon.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think, and everyone that's actually runs seriously and is wanting to earn will be able to track their progress. Let's move on to some other community questions here. Let's see if we can find some. What kind of separates you guys from other, move to earns or play to earns in this space? So I think the first thing that comes to mind is GenoPets, and I know you guys are different in the methodologies you're approaching with. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about what makes you different from GenoPets?
That goes back to the other question we had. GenoPet, I think when I read their article, they have a good concept, but they pivot from their previous idea. So I think they start off to want to do some sort of a health marketplace. So they picked the PC as a way of their main sort of medium. Yep. So really move to earn, I think that's gonna happen by either on Fitbit or on mobile. So when they having the game played on desktop, that actually I think like distant people from people have to run, have to export their data to their computer to do their spiritual animal thing. So I think there's sort of a gap between the when the exercise happening tool where the game is played.
Yeah, on the PC, kind of detracts from both of the experiences. It's like you're playing a game later on after you've run.
Yeah, so, and also the other thing is, since this is a PC game, which they have to tap into Phantom. Again, this is the barrier for the GameFi project now, is that they cannot break the barrier of crypto community. And I only assume that for a crypto community that also run, or that audience even smaller than the entire GameFi project, GameFi community. So I would say, unless there's a way that you can break that barrier, they will have a niche within the niche.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. Like, this is supposed to be something that's exercising, and not everyone, like, you need to look way further than just crypto people, because you need Phantom really like blocking themselves there.
Yeah, so that's the issue I think they're gonna solve in order to scale.
Yeah. Okay, right on. Let's have a look at some other questions, shall we? What are some of the hurdles you think you guys might have in the future? So I know you're still going with your beta. What other problems do you foresee in the future, if any?
We actually have a very interesting problem we're facing. We are now doing some market research on non-crypto player, taking them on board. And most of them, when we try to market them, say, oh, you can come and earn Bitcoins by walking, they think this is a scam. So they're saying, this is too good to be true. I don't want to listen to this. So that sort of attitude is what we're facing. And I think that would be very typical for people, their attitude when they're trading something they don't understand.
Yeah,
and
still skeptical.
I think that would be the best. Yeah, very skeptical, and that is actually also very prominent when the Sweatcoin first came to the market. If you search in the Google, say Sweatcoin scam, you will see a lot of people asking, is Sweatcoin a scam? And that's their natural first reaction when they heard about, oh my god, you can actually make money by walking. That must be a scam.
Yeah.
Even we tell them you don't have to. There's no cost. You just rent a sneaker. They still, having that mentality in place.
It's just too good to be true. There's no way it can be true. I can just walk, do everything, do the same thing I used to do. I walk to work, I bicycle, and now I get paid for it. I can see, I can see why some people would not see how it works.
So we're now changing our approach. Say, hey, this is a environmental friendly project that you walk, you can offset carbon. People didn't understand. So, this is actually something good with the environment. We walk, they can actually have their mind around. Say, if they walk, they use less car, meaning that less emission, which is good for the environment. So something that they can understand, they will more inclined to participate. If you tell them tokenomics, NFT, metaverse, they will think you're a scam, basically.
Yeah, I think it's just the people just aren't comfortable yet with the entire crypto space.
Yeah, but just one more word is when people are referring through word of mouth, they become more trustworthy because they're their friends, their families. When they talk about. So, and also when we pick the carbon topic, we want to get on the mainstream media. Talk about how much metric tons of carbon offset. That also will bring some level of credibility to us, because that's the startup phase that people don't know you. They're very skeptical about your project. So that's all natural. So we just need to build up that market awareness and also the branding effect, so that people can lower their,
lower their guards.
defense. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you need to get them in, catch them while they're here. I think we have Bondog on stage. Bondog, do you have a question for them?
Yeah, sorry, I can't actually raise my hand to have you invite me on the stage. I can only just come on stage. You guys are building an awesome project, 6 to 8 weeks of testing and trialing. At the moment, your GPS still tracks when you're in a car, in a bus, driving a truck, for example. So how far through your GPS progressing are you with that? So for example, I've also tested the project going to bed at night, and the sneakers did use all their durability overnight. So I'm just trying to try all the different, people will try and game the system. They're always going to try and get the best out of the coin, out of the project and game they can. And how long till you work those kinds of bugs out?
We will have another 6 to 8 weeks before we fix everything. That includes a very accurate track on the GPS, and also monitoring on players' speed and also their motions. And so currently we are all busy fixing other bugs. So the GPS we're halfway through. The one that you said about the running out on durability, because is where the drifting happen, right? When drifting, you actually the game will think you are actually walking, and then will actually deduct the durability out of your sneakers. So when we release the retail version, we expect everything. We expect three things. The three main functionality will be ready. One is the move to earn function, and two is a social function, and three is anti-cheating mechanics. So with anti-cheating mechanics, we'll install like the motion sensor monitor, we'll access the health data, and also the tracking on the GPS, also the speed, and also we'll have a machine learning installed that to pick people want to game the system. For example, they have 2 phones in their bag, or they have phones strapped on their dogs, or they run like simulators to simulate the GPS or the health data. Because I think the reason, again, go back to the X, is that people try to game that system too much. Have the like farms to mine the SLP, which collapse the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't think about that at all. You can just strap a phone to a dog and they can go running and go fetch, and then people would definitely game that.
Yeah, so we do have a bug catcher program that we encourage people to game the system so that we can make it more robust.
Yeah, I think everything's a work in progress. Just takes a bit of time, I guess.
Yeah.
I do like seeing you guys are doing constant updates. So I think it's gone through 3 updates in the last 6 to 10 days. I think that'd be about right. But I know there's been definite updates in the last 3 days. I've noticed your energy now regenerates every 4 to 5 hours. I think it is, compared to before it was every 12 hours.
Every 6 hours. Yeah.
That's good because, like if you used all of your energy in a session, then for it to not recharge would leave people kind of fiddling. But another question I had was regarding Fitbits, watches. When do you kind of expect, is that going to be Q1 of next year, I think, possibly?
We will try to push it for Q1, at least Q2, because once we have the retail version come out, we still need to work out, get the marketplace function, the rental function, achievement function, online marathon function, etc. So there's a lot of new update. I think once we are about halfway through, we'll think about to incorporate the wearables.
It's definitely such a really cool product. I've beta tested a few things at the moment, and this has been one of my most interested because I can see it working in it. It's very clean. You don't need a high-end phone to use it. You don't need a computer at all. But obviously, you've got to work out those kinks with your GPS. And we look forward to. We've got a little project here that we're going to try and get some people beta testing it. So definitely cool to see. And cheers. Thanks for the questions.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bandog. So talk to us about the current, the next phase of your project. So beta will be finishing in a couple of weeks, is that right?
Yeah, so the next stage, again, will depends on the IEO progress. And we actually want to do some cool community event, which we call it FOMO. So it's first online marathon offering.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so basically we want to create this because again Web3 is all about community. So we wanted to create this community event where once we done the NFT sales, people will be able to actually play the game, and then we will allow them to play, say, for a week, and they will earn some game tokens, and then we will have our first online marathon. People can participate 2, 5, 10 kilometers. So when they finish that, they will get a proportional allocation for the the governance token. So that's something that we're planning at the moment.
That sounds pretty good. It gives like everyone who's actually healthy a chance to get into IDO stage kind of thing.
Yeah, even we so that's gonna also be subject to say work out with exchanges, because with IEO, if they say, all right, we can't have you do this, we're probably gonna do another way around, right? Like a voucher or something. But again, we want to create multiple community events for them to utilize in the game, to actually play the game, to participate. So that's the next stage, and then we're gonna do major update every 6 to 8 weeks to have new features installed. And then the next stage basically will be working with more of a sneaker brand, because we do want to work with the niche brand to create that like local awareness, to move the real sneaker to the virtual world. Because when I study the mentality for like a sneakerhead to collect their physical sneakers, but they never wear it.
Yeah,
and then
it's all collectibles.
What's the point? Yeah, what the point? I'll have a physical sneaker and never wear them, right? So the NFT sneaker may be a better choice for them. They can collect them, they can show them to other players, and they can actually wear them in a game.
Yeah, that's true. They just might not be able to touch it physically, which is one of the major things that they like. But I didn't even think about the sneakerheads. There's so many of them. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on to some other questions if we can. We'll start thinking about wrapping up. We're at 55 minutes so far. We've talked about wearables. Anyone got any more questions in the live chat? So someone's asking, how can non-sporty men engage in StepN? And I guess that's just, you don't have to be very sporty. You can just do like walking. Isn't that right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we do have the walker sneaker, where you wear the walker, you're just walking pace, and you can still earn token.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we want to design for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's if for something like this, you have to accommodate everyone as well. Like you have to accommodate the 80-year-old who goes on walks and kind of walks a little bit slower.
Yeah. I mean, even you don't walk, you can still mint sneakers and rent it out, right?
Yeah, that's true. And then you can give it to like your daughter or your granddaughter. They can go and do their thing.
Yeah.
There's
key functions.
Later on, probably not now, are you guys going to integrate any kind of group play, as in challenging other players or adding friends, or kind of like a Sydney or Adelaide walking group kind of thing?
We are planning to sponsor running clubs. We're going to start from Australian community, so that's basically on our calendar. We just need to get the right documentations and also the promotional materials, and then we'll roll it out.
Yeah, sounds good. Takes a bit of time anyway. And yes, Bandog, PvP. I'll run against you, I guess.
The online marathon is a PvP of the game.
So we'll start thinking about wrapping up again. If you guys have any last questions, put it through the chat here. Is there anything that you want your community to know, Yawn? Anyone listening, or Jerry listening on YouTube later on? Anything you want to tell them? If the floor is yours.
So we are pretty much in stealth mode at the moment. So we didn't do the investor announcement. We actually got a new website. We didn't update the website. We got a new white paper. We haven't do it. So we want to have the more material ready, and we want to then release it. I think it's going to be awesome, because we have pretty good investors, we have pretty good team, and I think the market is there. People are all warmed up for the metaverse, and also the play to earn. People are all familiar with it. So it is the right time for us. I think it's also the right environment. So just give us maybe a couple more weeks or months, and we will roll it out, and we'll make a blast.
Yeah, man. As soon as the VC investor announcement comes out, you get way more eyes on you. I see that's how it usually works.
Yeah.
Jerry, anything you want your community to know? Anyone watching on YouTube?
I'm quite happy at the moment. And if you have any question, ask Yawn. I'm not talkative.
That's all good, man.
Yeah. Jerry got all hands up on the dev side, so he work until like 3 every day.
Very dedicated.
We all work until late.
Yeah. And last question here from the community. So it's going to be on iOS and Android, I suppose, two major phones.
Yes, the iOS is gonna take a while because with the test flight, we need have the privacy policy ready. So the lawyer gonna take a while to get it ready, and then we're gonna have the iOS very soon.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it does take time to get those approvals through. Okay.
Yeah, can I say something
Sure.
at last? And we have a super strong tech team. We put so many technologies together. We put not just only metaverse, NFT, blockchain, and also machine learning, artificial intelligence to do the anti-cheating system. And we also have the location-based service. And we have so many things putting them together. So yeah, we want to build some giant, and looking forward to join us from today. And that's what I want to say. Thank you.
No, all good. Thank you very much for saying that. And I would agree. Like, you guys seem to be like a sleeping giant. You have such a giant audience that you're going to be pushing this product to, and it's going to give them so much more opportunity to earn, and anyone in the world will be able to download this and kind of start earning right away and earn some Bitcoin, and sponsoring events, PvPs, all this sort of stuff. So yeah, I would agree that a sleeping giant just takes a bit of time to get things rolling, I guess.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay, guys, we'll wrap it up here. This has been the Metaverse Explorer, Jerry 1024, Yawn 85, talking about StepN, the mobile application that will be coming soon. You can try it now in beta, and you can find these guys on their Discord. You can see their Twitter here, and this is their website. They'll be pushing a new website soon and a new white paper soon. That's about it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Jerry, Yawn, thank you very much for coming along.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All good, guys. Till the next interview. See you later. And we might actually do a tutorial on the app as well when it comes to like mainnet, when it actually gets released. We'll do a little app tutorial on how to run, how to walk, and earn some tokens.
Yes.
Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Ciao.
Okay. Bye.